Well, hello. Welcome back to the lands of Aecathan. No professionals, no fancy tech, just a group of women playing an all-original game of 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. I'm Jeff, your game master, and remember, if you have a canine companion and things aren't working out, you can always renegotiate the terms of its leash.
I don't know how I feel about that. Give them a new leash on life?
Could be.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's been a little while for us since we've been back together. Real life has gotten in the way, as it often does. But we're back now. So let me bring you all up to speed on what happened the last time and remind the players what happened last time. Mother Tassa was in Gwenlaryn's estate house and briefed the four and their allies, both new and old, on the information uncovered by the Sept Sages. After she departed, Vines, Bo, and Sephyrna headed to rooms in Duneshadow Manor, while the rest of the group, along with Jas, got invited into Athgar's new magnificent mansion, one that appears as a hacienda of sorts in the desert. The following morning, after breakfast, the group teleported to Jas's inn, the Barracks, in Ballinamard. After searching the inn to make sure it was empty and not the conclave's connection to the surface, and after finalizing their strategy for dealing with the citizens of the city, the group ventured outside. Their first stop was the council house to try and find High Speaker Gesos, but they found it dark and empty. They then decided to stop off at the Temple of Quisva, where they met the High Druid of Ballinamard, Vesh Chofoh, who provided them with some helpful information on locating the High Speaker. Apparently, he moonlights as a trainer at the Wolf's Den, which is the local kennel that handles a variety of canines. Upon arriving at the den, Gwenlaryn had a conversation with a young male wolf who was surprisingly helpful in providing them with where to go for their next move, which was to go inside and see if the High Speaker was in fact there. And that is where we pick up.
So we head inside.
All right. Where am I? There we go. Heading inside, you are immediately assaulted by the smell of wet fur. It smells like a kennel. And there is a human male dressed in hair-covered cloth and leather clothing, brown. He's a little heavy-set. He has long, sort of dark blonde hair, which is rather unkempt, and hazel eyes. His you can see from the V in his shirt and the fact that he's got short sleeves on, his chest, arms, and hands are covered with scars, which you imagine he's gotten from years of working with various canines. And he is currently standing behind a table on which there is a dog lying on its side, and he's examining one of its paws.
Good day to you, sir.
Oh. I didn't hear you come in. Sorry. For a moment, I thought the dog was speaking.
Is there something wrong with your dog?
He's got a slight infection in his paw. That happens from time to time. But a little bit of this poultice, and we'll wrap it, and it will be fine in a few days.
Do I still have Speaks with Animals up?
That's a good question. How long does that last?
10 minutes?
Yeah, but not for long. I'm thinking maybe a minute left.
So I say to the dog on the table, "Hello, are you injured?"
The dog just kind of turns its head and looks at you. My paw burns.
Is it only your paw?
Yes. I have licked it, but it did not get better.
I think that the man helping you is producing a medicine that will make it feel better.
Should I lick the medicine?
Probably best not to.
Seems unnatural.
I say to the man, "Any instructions you'd like me to give your pup?" So far, I've told him to leave the poultice alone.
I suppose I could have done that too. Just don't lick it.
So I say to him again, "Yes," he says, "definitely don't lick it."
Is he hurt?
He has an infection in his paw.
Yes, it happens from time to time. And the poultice clears it right up. He'll be fine in a day or two.
I walk over to the dog. If it'll let me.
Well, it's laying on its side at the moment, so... Yeah.
I say to the dog,
Lost my speaker.
we have among us a healer. She's going to try to help you.
Battery 90%.
What is a healer?
She makes the pain stop.
All right.
That's an infection.
Yes.
So I use really Merlin. I locked him out, and he still found a way in.
Wow.
Always.
That's why he's Merlin.
Right?
Oh, gosh, it is. It is actually. He's magical. So.
Yeah. He Misty stepped in.
What I'm trying to do here. If I use lay on hands, I think I can use 5 of lay on hands to cure a disease, so that should clear the infection.
Yep. So do you do that?
I do that. Well, I put my hand out and let it smell me first.
Okay.
And then if he looks like he's going to let me, I will put my hand on him and do that.
Okay. And you see the dog immediately kind of go and immediately jump up.
Better?
What? No, lay down. I've not finished putting the wrap on.
I don't think he'll need a poultice anymore.
I cured the infection. Healed the infection.
You're very you sound very satisfied, ma'am.
Uh-huh.
Cooing with contentment, even.
I always purr when I hear a dog.
Who doesn't?
Right?
Oh, so loud.
It's part of the spell, really.
Right. The dog says, "My paw does not burn. That is healing?"
Yes. Our healer is very good at what she does.
This one is grateful.
You're welcome.
And the gentleman sort of pushes the dog back on its side and picks the paw up again and looks at it and is like, "Well, that is faster."
He says that it no longer burns.
Yes, I can see that it's not inflamed anymore, and there is no there is no oozing. So, yes. Oh. Are you perhaps looking for work?
Have any other animals that are injured right now? I'm happy to take a look.
Not that I am aware of.
Well,
But,
we're
I
have
actually
a way with
looking
them.
for someone.
Clearly. Forgive me, I'm not paying attention. Dromactor, at your service. Welcome to the Wolf's Den.
I'm Gwenlaryn, Duneshadow, and these are my compatriots. Together we're the four. I know, there are
Count
5
it
of us.
just
We
gets-
have trouble with math.
There's eight of us.
Well,
So
But-
you're the four twice.
yes.
Wait. The four? I heard of you.
Did you hear my song?
What song?
The song about the dragons.
Maybe. The one about the dragons that look like money.
Mm-hmm.
I did hear the song. Maybe that is where I heard you from.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
We were also at Dark Coast Keep, and many of you made your way there.
okay. I might have seen you. I was one of the people who was chased out of the city.
Mm.
Very grateful to be back. But so yes, the four. What are you doing in Ballinamard?
We're actually looking for someone.
Oh. Well,
Checking in on everyone.
Well, definitely. There are lots of people that are still missing.
Well, we're looking for the head of
You're muted.
I believe it's Speaker Gesos.
We're looking for the speaker of your council.
You're looking for Fen. He's in the back.
Well, that's very lucky.
And
Yes, so you go just right through that door, and you will find him. He's working on training a couple of the mastiffs.
And is this your kennel, sir?
Yes.
Wonderful. You have gorgeous animals.
Thank you. We take great pride in providing quality companionship, and we do train to specification. So if you are looking for a tracker, we can train that. If you are looking for guard, we can train that. If you are simply looking for a companion, not much training needed for that.
Well, that's a very interesting idea. I may just take you up on that.
Let me guess. One has already caught your eye.
I'd take them all if I could, but yes.
Well, if you decide that you want to be the 4 twice plus one, you let me know.
I will. But for now, let's have a word with your speaker.
He's right through that door.
Thank you. Go through the door.
Scritches as I walk.
The dog licks your hand.
Aw.
Good deed done.
Yep. The door opens into a short hallway. There's doors on either side, and there's a door at the other end of the hallway that's ajar, and you can hear a man's voice coming from the end of the hall in that room. Very deep, very commanding, not unkind, just firm. Hep. Watch. No. Watch. That's right. Good dog. That's
I
what
don't
you-
want to interrupt. I'll just kind of step into the room and then off to one side to allow the others to enter as well.
Okay. It's a larger space. Clearly, there's room to run and room to move. The gentleman you see, tall, slender, brown shirt, loose black pants, and a fur vest. Chestnut hair, well kept, about shoulder length, loose. Hazel eyes, very strong jaw. And it looks like he's working on training these mastiffs as watchdogs.
See if that gets his attention.
Well, just as you get ready to clear your throat, you see him go. And he turns around.
Hello.
Well. Nope, wait. Part of you are the 4.
Yes. How did you know?
You've been described to me.
Interesting.
Right now, we're all the 4.
We're the 4 plus.
So each one of you is half of one?
I'm Gwenlaryn, Duneshadow.
Well, I'm definitely half of one. Cute. Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Gesos.
And
To what do I owe the honor?
well, I believe that you are someone we would like to chat with as the Speaker of the Council.
All right.
I don't want to interrupt your training session, however.
That's all right. That's the wonderful thing about dogs. They're flexible.
And
Especially
you
given
have-
that they have no concept of time.
you have amazing animals here.
Oh.
Only people were as flexible.
And they
Well.
speak so highly of you.
I beg your pardon.
I chatted with one of the wolves that you have outside. He had very positive things to say about you.
Really?
He quite likes you.
Well, that's nice. Never quite sure with the wolves. They're very reserved.
I believe you did them a kindness
Hmm.
with some pups.
Oh, really? They remembered
Yes.
that.
Oh,
Interesting.
they do.
Well, I'm grateful they're grateful. As I
Is
say,
there a
they're
place-
reserved and difficult to get a read on sometimes, but generally friendly.
Is there a place that we could sit and have a conversation?
Well, I would have said the barracks, but apparently Jas is ill.
Yes.
Well, if you don't mind sitting on the floor, I suppose we could talk here.
Very well.
Just let me take these two, get them outside, let them play a little bit. And he just goes, hup! And both the dogs kind of like, fuh-fuh. And he just tilts his head and starts walking towards the door, and they both take a position on either side of him and just follow him out.
Very well behaved.
I wonder why you said the animals don't like the other one. He seemed nice enough.
I should have asked.
Well, of course, we only talk to the wolves, too. I don't know necessarily if their attitude would be the same as the rest. I suppose I could try talking to some of them.
Sure. And it may be just that this one did a favor for them and the other did not.
I suppose.
How are we going to... Do we need his permission? How are we going to do this?
That's a good question. I mean, can we just tell him? I'm not quite
could.
sure how this all works.
We're not either.
Well, the last time I didn't seek permission and it didn't go well. But I'm not sure that it'll go better if we do.
I don't think we are tell them exactly the truth about what I want to do.
Okay.
I'll look
We'll
for
leave that up
but
to you.
So we're waiting for him to rejoin us?
Mm-hmm. It only takes a couple minutes. And he comes back in. Closes the door and gestures for you all to take a seat, and he just sort of drops to the floor and leans back against the wall.
I'd like to introduce you to my companions. And I do introductions all around.
Well, let me see. You told me your name. I'm gonna guess she's Zoreth. And he points right to Zoreth.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Unconsciously rub my scales a little bit.
And he points to Tasha and says, "You're the army person, which makes you the noble. So you're Tasha and you're Arabelle."
Very good.
yes.
Now the
We've
rest,
been-
I have no idea. They weren't in the
So
song.
I'll do the introductions.
And when you introduce Athgarr, Fen kind of raises an eyebrow. "You're a long way from home, son." I'm definitely aware of that, sir.
Yes, we both hail from a warmer climate.
Oh, you're from the
Thunder's Edge.
desert as well.
Yes.
Our kin at the opposite end of the world.
Just so.
Well. All right. What can I do for you?
Lady Arabelle?
Part of it is, I think, to see what we could do to help you.
Really? Do we need help?
Well, it's our understanding perhaps a few people are still missing.
Well, that's very true, but they haven't been seen since we first abandoned the city. So, they're assumed dead.
And when we were talking to someone else, we thought we might have a way to bring some new workers, citizens, into Ballinamard to help. It's our understanding you haven't been able to get everything up and running. Just
We've got the farms running enough to feed the people that are left, but we haven't had any excess to ship, and we definitely don't have the manpower to get the mines up and running yet.
The loss is deeply felt.
Yes, I imagine that's probably true, especially with the war against the dragons. Fortunately, at least lately, that hasn't touched us here.
we had the good fortune of being in the right place at the right time and freed a number of Jagravan slaves in the desert who are currently recuperating, reacclimating at the sanctum. But they will need homes and a place to build lives.
So you expect me to bring a group of Jagravanans into my city?
No, former slaves. People that were enslaved by the Jagravanans.
But they're still Jagravanans.
No, they're not. They're people that were enslaved by the Jagravanans and have been treated as chattel.
And you know for certain that there are no spies among these former slaves?
Yes, they have been, not interrogated isn't the right word, but magically confirmed to
Vetted.
not be Jagravanans.
By who?
The sanctum.
That's a little too general for me. That's like
I-
saying the government.
By the clerics at the sanctum. That's where they're staying right now.
We had the same concerns that perhaps Jagravanans might have infiltrated, so there's spells that have a way of telling if someone's telling the truth.
And it's the priests at the sanctum that have done this.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I'm
I
a-
suppose they're trustworthy enough.
They are.
Still, I'm not certain how they're going to be received here when the people learn where they're from.
Well, hopefully they will see this as an opportunity where they get to have the help they need while these folks rebuild lives. I think these individuals would be just as fearful of the Jagravan, and if not more so, than people here.
But it's just one idea. I mean, it's obviously the people of Ballinamard's decision.
Of course.
Well, it's something that's going to have to come before the whole council.
The other thing that we were here, I knew Joss's father, and so we came to check on him.
Oh,
And discovered that Joss has been quite ill.
I saw the note.
Um,
We all saw the note.
And unfortunately, I have a belief that what he had was quite contagious. And so I wanted to see if perhaps we could check. And you said you go to the barracks. Would it be all right if I make sure that you're all right?
Make a persuasion check.
$34.
I suppose it couldn't hurt.
And
How do you check?
I'll just take your hand and have Torora guide me.
All right, sounds easy enough.
So I will take his hand and I will cast Reverse Anomaly.
All right.
That is the right spell, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. This is the first time you've seen this spell. His reaction, Arabelle casts the spell and he snatches his hand back, all the blood draining out of his face, and his eyes getting wide, and this look of horror coming over his face.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We're here to help. It's okay.
What in the gods?
The door's closed, right? From the other.
Yeah.
We're here to help. As I said, it's quite contagious.
That's not a sickness. Those creatures. Oh my god, there are orcs in my town.
Ben. We're here to help.
I don't understand.
The whole town has been affected. Everyone.
How is that possible?
You have to remain calm because the person in the other room is also affected. And we don't want to give away that you're no longer under their control.
But
I know you're scared.
They'll just come back. They'll just come back and they'll do it to me again.
We have a way to protect you. To help protect you.
Do you want me to cast on him now?
But if they find out,
it gives you a resistance. They won't know that you're not affected. Jas has been faking it for weeks.
Is it okay if I cast on you to give you this protection?
if you think it's really gonna make a difference.
I do. So, I cast Dream Sentinel.
Okay.
We also have a safe place that we are going to sleep at night. And I think that we should have you stay with us there as well, which is an added protection.
They come at night.
I know. Believe me. I know.
Oh, we should maybe get some information from you to see how we can help with the creatures.
We'd like to get the rest of the council, the leaders of your town, so that we can have people of influence who will allow us to help the rest of the town. But we have to do this very
Quietly.
discreetly.
Yeah.
It's important people don't know what we're trying to remove before we do it, because
We'll
there's
have an
a fail
uprising.
safe in the programming.
Yeah.
Sit. Why don't you sit down for a moment?
He's still sitting.
Oh, okay.
Can you identify the people that would be the most helpful to
Well,
cure first?
the clan leaders. Hosen and Leld and Turn and Dor.
Do you have a way of gathering one at a time? Can you create a reason that they would need to visit you?
The slaves.
You need to talk to them about the proposal. Okay.
Yeah, I'll send messengers. I'll tell them to come staggered. I'll give them all a different time
Okay.
and have them meet at the council house.
We decide if anybody else can cast the reverse one.
I can't.
You
Could
can?
Athgarr? No, I cannot. Can Athgarr cast it?
I'm looking.
I think Sephyrna, maybe? We were teaching them all, right?
Athgarr can cast the reverse.
Okay. I can do it one more time today.
Let me look and see. Yeah, Sephyrna doesn't know the reverse yet. She can do the detection.
I think we presume that since none of them have panicked over orcs being in the town, that they're all affected, right?
Would assume so. But wait.
What?
Does this mean the orcs are affected too?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we don't want to maybe take it off of them.
I was wondering if we could just leave them alone until we're ready.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be a slow process. Well, the other thing that maybe you know, it's our presumption that the creatures are coming from under the city somewhere. Do you have any idea? An entrance?
I don't. I've seen them on the streets at night. One of the things that everyone has just come to accept is you don't leave your buildings after sunset. Once the light goes away, they flood the town.
Would the wolves know?
If they've seen them, probably.
Are they kept outside at night?
No.
Flood the town, are we talking hundreds or are we talking thousands or
I've seen groups
groups?
of half a dozen, a dozen. I assume that since I can see them, they're not only where I can see.
Well, let's begin. How many hours do we have until sunset?
I'm trying to remember, because it's been a little while. You got up, you ate breakfast, and you left. So I'm guessing it's probably around lunchtime right now. So you've got 5.5 hours, probably. It gets dark earlier up here.
Well, then I think we should. How long will it take to gather? What distance do the clan leaders need to travel?
They're all here in town.
Okay.
But they're each in their own wards.
What is the greatest length of time?
Well, the one thing that hasn't changed is that they've all got their own peculiarities, and they've all got a little bit too much attitude.
I've never noticed that in a leader before.
So I have to give them time to get themselves ready for a council session.
You said there's 4 more
Yes.
people?
Yes, there's Hosen Kondrad, who's the leader of the Bear Clan. There's Leld Moltand, the leader of the Wolf Clan. Tern Ulrider is the leader of the Otter Clan. And Dor Understone is the leader of the Goat Clan.
Of which clan?
The Goat Clan.
Goat. That is not what I heard.
I heard doe, so.
I have
Goat
Hosen, and what was the last name?
Kondrad.
And then Dor
Understone.
Understone. Sorry. Trying to write as fast as my little fingers will let me.
Athgarr, how many times can you cast the spell?
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong character. Hold on. Let's see. Four more times today.
Okay. So you can cast it enough for all of them.
That's
Yes.
good.
I think I want to use my last.
It will require me exhausting all of my higher level magics. Basically, he'll be using his 9th level slot, his 8th level slot, his 7th level slot, and his one remaining 5th level slot.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine that by the time we get these folks here and do what we need to do, it's going to be dark. And so we're going to need to be in for the evening.
Well, then I need to reserve one of those ranks to cast my mansion.
I can cast it. I'll cast my mansion.
Well, eventually we're going to need both, I think.
Not tonight.
Yeah.
So it's going to take a little bit of time to send the messages, right?
It will. I have to go. Find some messengers. Well, 2.
You need to act exactly as you've been acting.
We can send someone with you. Sephyrna, would you mind accompanying the speaker?
No, not at all. If you need me to go, that's where I'll be.
We'll meet you at the council house then.
Give me half an hour.
Okay.
All right, lead on. And while we're going, settle me curiosity. Tell me a little bit about this Dar Understone. And they walk out.
I would, since we have a little time, want to cast Locate Creature and walk around town for a little bit and see if I can sense one of them.
That's
It's
pretty
1,000.
cool.
1,000 feet.
Okay.
Ooh.
And
Is
it's a creature, the nearest creature of a specific kind. So I should be able to search for one of the horrors, right? And maybe we can sense it.
What's the spell called? Locate?
Locate creature.
Let me take a peek real quick. Okay.
It lasts for an hour, but we have a half hour. So
Right.
Gwen, maybe if you ask one of the wolves outside, you or Vines, if they've seen the direction these things come from.
Also, to DM, would these creatures fall under any of the things I can sense with primeval awareness?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay.
They are their own separate type.
That's what I feared.
Yeah.
So rude.
I will head back out and cast Speak with Animals again.
Okay.
And I'm going to go back out to the wolves.
Okay.
And say thank you for your guidance. We have had some success in helping your friend.
You met the two-legged pack elder. I smell him on you.
Yes, we met them both.
Approach.
I do.
He comes right up and gets his nose like just a couple inches away from you. His scent is changing.
Yes. We're helping him.
Good.
The people that had their sense change have been infected in a way. There's a presence here in town that has changed the way people smell.
The wrong. You speak of the
You-
wrong
You call them the wrong?
because they are wrong.
Yes. Do you know where the wrong come from every night?
The paths. And he just kind of, his nose, he sort of motions to the streets.
They come from the streets.
I do not see them, but I smell them.
Mm.
They are wrong.
Our goal here in town is to rid it of the influence of the wrong. Would you be willing to help, since you can smell the wrong and we cannot find them?
We can all smell the wrong.
Would you help us locate them and get them out of this town?
Is it your thought to kill the wrong?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
We don't speak wolf in it.
Yeah, all you're hearing is yips and growls and, short barks. And
Yes, their presence here is unwanted.
I would like to kill the wrong.
Would it be all right for me to speak with the pack leader and seek permission for you to join us on this quest?
That is honorable. She is there. And his nose turns to a larger wolf near the back of the yard.
What is the honorable way to address your pack leader?
Pack leader.
Just checking. Will she allow me to approach her?
Only she will decide.
Okay. I walk toward her slowly but with confidence.
Okay. Well, remember, they're in a yard and you're on the outside of the fence. So you see the larger wolf glance your direction and then just go back to looking out.
I seek to address you, pack leader.
I would say you already are.
Indeed.
What do you want, Two Legs?
I seek your permission to allow one of your pack to join me in my quest to destroy the wrong.
Now she turns her head and just slowly walks over to look up at you.
I'm going to go down on one knee so
Okay.
that we're at a similar height.
Okay.
Not bowing, but
Right.
and say, my two-legged companions and I are here to rid this town of the wrong. We could use the help of someone who can detect the presence of the wrong, as I believe this pack member can do. And I nod toward the wolf with whom I was speaking.
We can all sense the wrong. Any being with a nose should be able to.
Unfortunately, our noses are not as well developed as yours.
Sad.
True. We have other strengths, but that is not one of them.
What is your intention regarding the wrong?
To destroy them. To remove them from this town, never to return.
So you would kill the wrong?
Yes.
Then we will assist you.
I had hoped that you would say that.
But you, Two-Leg, must speak with the Two-Leg Pack Elder so that
Yes.
they do not become distressed when we leave.
I will do that. You know your friend, the two-leg, the one that helped with the pups.
Yes.
We have already removed the influence of the wrong from him. He will no longer smell wrong. As I'm sure your keen nose will detect.
You speak truth. Perhaps you do have other skills that make up for your lack of smell. We will assist you.
Wonderful.
When you choose to attack the wrong, come and alert us, and the pack will venture forth.
How many can we count upon in your number? Not the pups, I assume.
No. And not their dams. They have other responsibilities, but the rest of the pack? And I suppose you could inquire if the tamed ones would help as well?
We will ask.
We will be ready.
Very well. I thank you for your willingness to assist us in ridding this land of the wrong.
Who is assisting who?
Good point.
And she just kind of flicks an ear and turns and walks back to the other wolves.
Okay, so I'm going to go speak with the owner.
Okay. Now, are you going to talk to the owner or are you going to talk to Fen?
Well, Fen is the trainer, right?
Yes, and that's the one that they refer to as the two-leg pack elder.
Okay.
Because he is.
Yeah.
So has he left yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm still going to speak with the owner.
Okay.
I had the opportunity to speak with some of your wolves. I mentioned that I'm...
They do not talk to me.
I mentioned that I am interested in a companion.
I see. I thought so. Which one of them has caught your eye?
I indicate the one that did.
Ah. He is relatively young. He's only a little over a year old.
Does he have a name?
That is one of the things about dealing with canines. You will name him if he decides to go with you, or you decide he goes with you.
So how does this work? Do you sell them?
Yes.
What would be the price for such a companion? And what is his training?
For the young, he's not trained yet. He has been acclimatized to dealing with humans and elves and dwarves and halflings, and so he is able to understand that they are not food, we are not threats. But beyond that, he's received no formal training yet. So it would be just as a companion. And because he has not received any training yet, the cost is lower than it would be. 30 gold.
30 gold.
Yes.
I think I can spare 30 gold.
All right. He also is not leash trained, so you will have to figure out how to keep him with you. But again, that is not something that we have done yet, so you will have to figure that out on your own, and no refunds if he runs away.
I give him the 30 gold. I understand.
Okay.
At this time, I'd like to leave him here with his pack. Until such time as I'm ready to depart. But I would like to be able to come back and visit him and get to know him while I'm here, so that perhaps he won't run away and will be used to my presence.
That shouldn't be a problem.
Very good. Well, thank you. I am delighted with my new companion.
Good. I hope you will have many years together.
As do I. Okay, I'm going to go back to the wolf.
Okay. You're gonna need to
Hoping-
cast your spell again.
Sure. One more time. There, it's cast. And I say to him, I've arranged to be able to come back and meet with you regularly while I'm in town. And I've talked with your pack leader. She agrees that the pack will join. And we'll work together to rid the town of the wrong.
As it should
Why-
be.
Yes. Why is it that you don't like the two legs who runs this place?
He is not worthy.
What has he done to show himself as not worthy?
He does not respect the pack.
How did he show disrespect?
He treats us as he does the tame.
He does not respect your wild ways.
He does not understand and makes no attempt to.
I would like to understand, if you would be willing to share that information with me.
One believes you do already understand some. Else,
I'm willing to learn.
I would not continue this exchange.
I'm hoping that you might be a liaison, a speaker for your pack.
The pack
In-
leader is the speaker of the pack.
The pack leader makes the decisions, right?
Yes.
But I would like you to be my friend within the pack. That I would tell you what we're planning, and you could be responsible for telling the rest of the pack, including the leader.
The pack leader informs the pack.
Okay, so I need to communicate everything with her directly.
If you wish it relayed to the pack,
I had hoped that perhaps you could tell her and she could tell the pack.
that would be not right.
Okay. I appreciate you correcting my knowledge so that I can do things properly.
She leads. We follow.
Very well. Would it be okay if I came back and talked with you again to learn more about how the pack operates? I would not want to offend your leader.
I can exchange. It is
You can
my
exchange.
choice.
You can exchange?
We exchange.
I see. Well, I hope that you'll choose to continue our exchange then. Very well. I'll come back and see you again tomorrow. Please keep an eye out for the wrong. I know that they will travel the paths tonight. If you could tell which path they take to get to this part of town, that may be helpful to us.
I will attempt.
Thank you.
We are within the den after the light leaves. It is not as well to see or smell, but I will attempt.
Do you have a name that you are called within the pack?
He growls out something which, through the spell, translates into an image of a tree that has been struck by lightning and was once aflame and now is no longer burning but is still glowing. And one section of the glow is pulsing like a heart.
Wow. I'll have to think on how that image translates into language. Into something Two Legs understands.
Ah.
My name is Gwen.
What does it mean?
It means me.
But what does it mean? What is your role in your pack?
So I send him a mental image of a ranger in action,
Well,
firing arrows.
you can't do that with the spell. All you can do is talk.
Okay, well then I'll
So-
describe a ranger firing arrows tipped in lightning and tracking and scouting ahead for the pack.
Do you tell him just Gwen, or do you tell him your full name?
I'll tell him my full name.
When you say your last name, he sits back on his haunches and his tongue lolls out and he's laughing. That is your purpose. That is your name.
Duneshadow?
You are Duneshadow.
Okay.
I do not know what a dune is.
It is a
But-
hill of sand. In dry places where no trees grow.
So yours would be the only shadow.
Perhaps.
Duneshadow. It is good.
I will come back and see you again tomorrow.
Hunt well, Duneshadow.
I hope that you're able to figure out where the wrong come from.
I will attempt.
Good luck with your attempt. Would it be okay to touch your head?
Why?
I've noticed that some animals enjoy it.
The tame.
The tame. But there may be something to it. Have you ever tried it?
He walks over to the fence slowly, and you can tell he's really not convinced, but he just kind of puts his head down a little bit.
I put my hand out for him to smell. And then reach around and just little bits of scritches behind the ear.
He kind of pulls his head back and strange. He turns and walks into the yard.
I'll go back and join the others.
Well, that certainly seemed like a rather interesting conversation.
I think we have the support of the pack. They want to kill what they call the wrong.
What an appropriate name.
Indeed. So when the time comes, they're ready.
Well, all of them.
All that are able to fight will. The pack leader has decreed it so.
Well, that certainly improves our odds a bit. The wolf pack.
I'm going to see if the tame animals might be willing to join as well.
The tame animals.
The dogs.
No, I caught your meaning. It's just that's an odd turn of phrase.
It's what the wolves call them. The tame. There's the pack and then there's the tame.
You see Vines just start to chuckle.
Oh?
The tame. I have to say, I did not expect humor from wolves.
I don't know that they were trying to be funny. They spoke with quite a bit of... There was judgment there. Maybe a little disdain.
I can understand that. You're welcome to talk to the dogs if you want to, but I wouldn't expect anything as intelligent as the conversation you had with the wolves.
Well, actually, I'm out of... I'm probably done casting that spell for today, so maybe I'll try them tomorrow. I'm at my limit.
I understand. Still, you managed to get us a wolf pack. That's it's not bad for a few conversations.
Well, I think that they are as unhappy about the presence of the wrong as we are.
That's good to know.
They said they come on the paths, the roads.
All right.
But they can smell them, so they may be valuable allies.
They're wolves. They're gonna be valuable allies. Claws and teeth and A sense of purpose.
So shall we head back to the council chambers and meet up with the speaker? What's his name? Fen?
Fen.
Yeah, I think so. Because we kind of didn't really say what we were going to do other than that. And we got to find out, like, when we're going to do this thing. So they might be coming to the council chambers soon.
Right. Gotta be ready for the first one.
Yeah.
This is kind of Arabelle's show.
And Athgarr.
And Athgarr.
So we're going to head on over to the speaker's place.
Okay. You return to the building that kind of stands apart from the rest of the town in that it looks much more well made. The shutters are still closed, but the door is ajar now, and there's actually light coming from inside the building.
So, we go in.
Okay. The first room appears to be some sort of outer office. You've seen setups like this before. There's a door at the back of this room that is open, and through that door is visible more light and what almost looks like a courtroom setup almost. There's several rows of chairs, and then there's a raised platform upon which is a long table, and there are 5 chairs behind the table, and sitting in the middle one is Fen.
Is it just Fen's there?
Well, Sephyrna and Bo are sitting out sort of in the audience. He's talking quite animatedly to Sephyrna, and Sephyrna does not appear to really be into whatever he's saying.
Hello. Can we speak freely here?
Yeah. So, at the moment, it's just us.
Have you sent your messages?
I have. If they continue as I have become used to them, we'll see door first. Then we'll see Leld. Then we'll see Turn, and Hosen will come last.
And when do you expect the first to arrive?
Oh, anytime between now and half an hour.
I turn to Athgarr and Tasha. Would now be a good time to cast the mansion? I know it lasts for 24 hours.
I think you should wait.
You're muted.
I think we should wait.
Would
we
give us something. Oh, sorry.
we could, but It does last for 24 hours, and we only need it for overnight. So, if we were to cast it now, it would remain until early afternoon tomorrow.
Just in case something goes horribly wrong, it might be a good idea to have a place to fall back to.
Give us a place to have the clan leaders wait.
All right. I cast the mansion.
Okay.
We were able to speak with you and, talk about the affliction and Jas and how it affected you. Would that be an advantage? No. Would that be efficient to perhaps convince the others, or do you feel that there might be another way to go around us? Arabelle needs to, and Athgarr need to put their hands on them. Is there a different way perhaps that some would react than others?
I don't know how they're going to react.
I was just...
Hosen's going to want to break things.
Well, I meant for her to get hands-on, like...
Yeah.
She knows her job. I was just wondering if you knew of any, one likes something better than another. Like, let me pray for your guidance, or... If not, that's fine. She is very capable, but I just thought that you know them best. But it's good to know that Hosen will want to break stuff.
Well, let's see. Leld is proud, but she's susceptible to flattery. You could try that. Hosen is also susceptible to flattery, although Hosen is the least refined of the four, so he tends to be a bit coarse. Turn is much like her totem, inquisitive and a little mischievous. And Dor is like talking to a rock.
Were the four of them at Dark Coast Keep after the original attack?
Yes.
So we may recognize them. Or possible they would recognize us.
Perhaps. We led the refugees. So, it's possible.
Well, perhaps we can show you around the mansion while we're waiting for the first to arrive.
Oh, is that what you just did with the... Is that what the glowing doorway is?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's where we'll be staying, where you should be safe from
The creatures.
those that roam the streets at night.
The wrong.
The wrong.
The wolf pack here in town refers to them as the wrong.
Wow. They recognize them as wrong. They understand wrong.
They could smell their effects on you, and they knew that you had been influenced. You smelled wrong. And they knew that we had helped you because your smell changed. They're very intelligent.
Apparently.
I've talked with their pack leader. She gives permission for the pack to fight the wrong, to kill the wrong. When the time comes, they will join us. Or we will join them, depending on your point of view.
Wow. Okay. So we have a wolf pack at our side.
Yes.
I'm beginning to understand why you all have the reputation you do.
We're kind of a big deal.
And modest, apparently.
Yeah. Not one of our faults, modesty.
It's become kind of a joke that it's
Yeah.
a big deal thing. It's a little unsettling to just go places and have people know who you are.
Oh,
At least for me.
I suppose it would be.
It's easier to joke about it.
I can see that too. The sound of a door slamming and footsteps reach your ears. And a voice goes, "Fen, what the hell are you calling us in for? Not supposed to be any council business." And in the door strides a very well-dressed dwarf. Collared shirt, a vest, and a scarf thrown kind of rakishly around his neck. Black hair, looks like it was cut with an axe. Bright amber eyes peering out of a ruddy face with a full black beard. Comes stomping into the room and stops. "You could have said we had people. I'd have dressed up." "You look fine, Dor. You look just fine. These are the four. I know there's more than four of them. It's a thing. These are the four. Have you heard of them? Do you remember who they are?" "From the song." "And wait. No, wait, no. I don't forget faces." He's pointing right at Arabelle. "You, lassie, I remember.
And you.
You healed me leg. Dark Coast Keep. right after the dragons.
We were fortunate to be there.
We were fortunate you were there.
Has it given you any trouble?
Nope. Good as new. Was able to get out in the field with the mule and get a crop in. Good too, 'cause otherwise we'd have been going hungry.
I'm sure your clan is grateful that you healed quickly.
Aye. Well, so, what's caused the four to swell? And what brings you to our little city in the north?
A couple of things. We were anxious to see how everyone fared after our previous encounter.
And they actually have brought us a possible remedy for our lack of citizens. You don't say. Huh. Now I understand why you called for the council. You could have included that in the message, though. Sorry, I was in a hurry. Are you all right? You're looking a little peaked. I'm fine. Just lots on my mind. The offers that they've brought. It's definitely something we're going to need to talk about.
The other reason we asked Fen to be a little vague is not sure if you're aware that Joss has fallen ill.
Oh, I heard about the note. I don't make it a habit to go to the barracks often, but I've heard. Some of my workers told me.
And some of them probably go there often.
Hey.
Well, we're afraid that what Joss has is contagious.
Oh.
And so we're starting with the leaders of each clan to make sure that you are all right before we move on to the rest of the town. After everything you've been through, we don't need another sickness taking any one.
We surely don't.
So if it's all right, I'm running a little low on magic from what we've already done, but Athgarr, who's a close friend, also has healing magic. If he could check you to make sure that you're not infected, is that okay?
He spins around, looks at Athgarr and says, "You're not gonna poke me someplace uncomfortable, are you?" No.
Only if you ask nicely. He seemed like he could take a joke.
Dor just laughs when Athgarr looks offended. Really?
I didn't say a word.
Your restraint is admirable.
I thought Dor looked like he had a good sense of humor.
All right, boy, so what do you intend to do? I'm going to sing. Oh, gods help us.
He has a pleasant voice.
That's true.
All right. On with it. And Fen says, "And remember that I'm right here." I can see that. I'm not blind. I know, just remember I'm right here. All right. Planning to vanish? Boy, get on with it. Yes, sir. And he pulls his lute over his shoulder and begins to play and begins to sing, and he starts walking a slow circle around the dwarf, and finishes with a strum and reaches out and just puts his hand on the dwarf's cheek, and then immediately steps back quickly. And the dwarf just goes stock still. The only movement is that his eyes slowly get narrow.
We have use of your weapons. We know where you can point them to get the best revenge.
There are orcs in my town.
Yes, there are.
And
Please don't break anything right now.
Spins and starts out the door.
No.
So we
Wait. No. Door. Stop.
I was thinking about
Please.
that earlier.
Yeah, he's not paying any attention to Fen.
Somebody
Okay,
needs to stop him.
I will stop him.
Get
out
out
of
of my way.
Oh,
There are
okay.
orcs in my town, and they're
The
still
orcs-
breathing.
The orcs are affected as well.
I don't
save-
care.
To save everyone in this town, it is vital that you stop.
Roll intimidation.
Good girl. Can I help her?
How would you help her?
Oh, I don't know. I was trying to help stop him also.
26.
Or I know revenge and fighting is what you want to do right now. We all do. But if you go out there now, they will know that we know. And we have to get the other clan leaders cured first.
On the whole
Everyone
town.
in this town is infected. And we have to do this quietly and slowly.
And we need your help.
Desperately.
Door. Listen to them. I know. They just did that to me not even an hour ago. And I almost couldn't speak. Just realizing what had happened to this town. But if those creatures find out that we're not under their thrall anymore, they'll just put us right back. Door spins around. They'll never get me back under their power. Now that I know. Well, that might be. But the rest of us aren't as strong-willed as you. So,
Sure.
for us, for the town, I need you to think like a counselor and not like a warrior.
Do you want to fight your neighbors and your friends?
Oh,
No.
only a
You
couple.
don't.
Your clan needs you.
Damn it. All right. I'm listening.
So
They
Our
come
first-
at night.
I come at night.
Yep. I remember that much now.
So we have
All those creatures.
magic that can help you resist. And we have a magical place to sleep tonight that they can't affect you in. And there's also a room in there where you can break things.
Yeah, there is. I forgot about that.
And unlimited food. Should
Oh,
you
yeah.
be feeling peckish?
And
And then you
ale.
Unlimited ale.
Oh, all right. Now you've got my attention.
Then you can break some more things. We are going to help you save your clan and
And
this.
your town.
Have fun doing it.
That's why we're here.
He looks around, looks at Vines, looks at Gwen. I'm guessing you two, you've got the air about you of a Quisvan. You a follower too. So tell me, what have they done to the animals?
The animals know that there's something wrong about this town. They can smell the wrongness on people.
So they still know.
They know.
Well, that's a load off.
The wolves, I look at Gwen for confirmation, are prepared to help fight.
There's a wolf pack here in town?
Aye, at the kennel.
Yes. I've spoken with their pack leader. She wants to kill the wrong. That's what she calls those who come out at night.
As good a name as any.
And has pledged to allow us to help the pack destroy the wrong.
Well, that's nice of them.
They're ready.
Well, that sets me a little at ease. It's only the people.
Yes, just the people.
You look like you could use some ale.
I'll never say no.
Why don't you join us in the accommodations we've arranged for this evening? And I indicate the magical doorway. They can't reach you here. The wrong.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that's nice.
It's
So
its own dimension.
Ah, it's a magic thing.
Mm-hmm.
it is, but it's also a place where you can get your first night's sleep in a long time without being influenced by the wrong, as well as some good food, plenty of ale, and that good night's sleep. To save your clan members
I
starting tomorrow.
suppose. It's gonna be magical ale, isn't it?
It's going to taste amazing.
Yeah, I'll believe that when I try it.
You have only to let us know your favorites. Is there a particular kind you're not able to get elsewhere?
I haven't had Gutbuster since I was a wee little one.
Gutbuster. Okay.
Let's see what we can do. I'm going to lead him through the doorway.
Okay.
And once in there, talk with the servants and get him settled into a room and show him where everything is that he'll need. Basically, just get him settled in for the night.
All right.
When
Now-
I'm done, I'll come back out.
Tasha, which configuration are you using for this? Are you going back to the 4-room second floor layout, or still the 1-room second floor layout?
Which one can I get more beds in?
The 4-room. Because
That
the
one.
one room is 4 stories tall.
That one. The
Okay.
4-1.
Okay.
We can also double up ourselves if we need to.
True.
Yeah.
But I set it up with as many beds as possible.
Okay. Athgarr says, I do seem to recall spending nights in front of the fireplace, so I could do that again.
You could.
The couches are quite comfortable.
They are.
The carpet is actually quite soft.
That was close.
Yeah, well,
He did say he was like talking to a stone.
yeah.
And that he'd want to break things.
Oh, no, that's Hosen. Hosen will break things before anyone can stop him.
So we'll have to guard the door.
Does anyone have sleep?
I don't know if you want to put them to sleep
I-
after having sleep.
Doubt that will work on Hosen. He's formidable.
Ugh, awesome.
How
We'll
about,
have to
does somebody have something like calm emotions or...
No.
Nope.
No. Just have to stand in front of the door and
I'm
Tie
hesitant
him
to
up.
magically influence anyone after we cure them of
mm-hmm.
the other.
We could tie him up.
We'll just stand in front of the door for now. There's a bunch of us.
Well, if he's likely to break things, he'll probably start smashing a chair or something anyway.
Maybe we should set out something for him to smash. That'll distract him while we tie him up.
You mean bait?
Mhm.
Yes. Is there something he particularly likes to smash?
Orcs.
Plates, goblets,
Heads.
heads?
Or
Matt Murdoch? I mean,
Everybody's first reaction is the orcs because of what
Well-
they've done. Right. I mean, but
we'll just have to work really hard at keeping him in here.
Oof.
Does anybody, do any of the others have anything that might work? I really don't want to magically influence them to stay in either, but
what about locking the door?
well, yeah, that too. I
I
mean,
mean,
He would just go right through it. There's a reason that Hosen Kondrad is the leader of the Bear Clan. He's about the same size as one.
well,
oh,
we expect him to be last, right?
Yes, yes.
So maybe once we have everyone else taken care of, then
bring them all
we
back
can
out here.
have everyone come back out.
Yeah, that's smart.
So we're expecting Lel next.
Mm-hmm. I think so. Just be aware we might not hear her come in.
Interesting.
We're used to that, and I glance at Gwen.
Is she kind of thievy?
Sneaky.
She prowls.
Hmm.
Very used to that.
me?
Yes, it's a compliment.
Oh, okay.
Used
You
to
are-
what, dearie? And you look and see there's a middle-aged woman standing just inside the back door. long violet cloak over well-worn leathers. She's not what one would call classically beautiful, because she too has scars on her face and her arms and her chest. Auburn hair combed to the left. Glowing violet eyes. And she moves in an almost leonine fashion.
Hmm.
The compliment was that not very many people are capable of sneaking up on me. I'm impressed.
That might mean something if I knew who you were. These ladies are the four, and their traveling companions. Really? They don't look like much.
She thought we'd be taller.
I thought you'd look more dangerous.
When one's enemy underestimates them, it's generally to our advantage.
Thank you.
Very good, dearie. Very, very good. All right, then why am I here? Well, we do have business before the council. Perhaps a way to begin to bandage our losses of citizenry. But there is another much more important issue. This is Lady Arabelle Islin, Paladin of Torora. She will explain. Please give her the benefit of the doubt. A paladin? All right.
We first met many of you at Dark Coast Keep. We were there and helped tend to your wounded, if you may recall.
Nope. But I'll take you at your word, because paladins are not known to be liars. At least not the really holy ones.
Well, we came to check on everyone. Your people left an impression on us.
Yes, that's the sort of pablum I would expect from a paladin. Go on.
We also were familiar with Joss's father and wanted to check on him after the loss of...
Jas.
Runs the barracks.
Looks at Fen, and Fen opens his mouth just as you say that and goes, that. Oh, yes, all right, yes. He's sick.
Yes, and very contagious, and we're trying to contain the illness from spreading further.
Oh, I'm fine.
Well,
haven't been sick in years.
Would it be all right if we just double-checked? It may not affect you as much as being a carrier, and I know you would not want your clan to be ill out of no fault of your own.
That's a terrible thing to say.
Even more terrible to cause harm unintentionally.
Make a persuasion check. At disadvantage.
Ugh. This woman.
It's okay. Hope for the best. It's my highest stat, so that generally helps.
Battery 90%.
Uh-oh.
Same roll on both, 25.
It's not going to hurt, is it?
No. All it's going to take is my associate, this handsome young man, holding your hand for a moment.
Ooh. All right.
Oh, Jesus.
Play your cards right. You could hold something else.
I'm gonna Athgarr so big after this.
We'll just start with your hand, if that's all right. Fine with me.
I didn't say anything.
I whispered to her, he's a musician. He has really good hands.
Wow.
I'm playing to the audience. We got the info on them.
Just wow.
So he begins to play again, and she's still standing there holding her hand out like, he finishes the song and reaches out and just takes her hand, and she grabs it and then just stands there
Feel like it's okay.
We have come to help. Save your town. Everyone is affected the same way as you are. As you were.
and she just sort of collapses down in on herself.
Kind of try and support her. We're here to help.
Athgarr, too, helps move her to a chair. And she's just sitting there like this, just shaking and rocking.
I take off my cloak and put it around her. They come at night. They've infected the town. We're here to help.
You need to speak up a little bit.
Yeah, speak
Sorry.
up.
They come at night and they've infected the town, but we have a safe space for you to be in this evening so that you are not reinfected.
Dora's already in the safe space,
Yes.
and Fen has also been, both of you have been, both Fen and Dora have been cured of
Yeah.
this.
Fen walks
tonight.
over and kneels down in front of her. Leld, I know what you're going through. I had almost the same reaction you're having. At least these people are here to help. Do you understand? They're here to help. And Athgarr just kind of leans over and turns her head so she's looking at him, and he says, "We have fought them before. We are still here. The ones we fought are not. We can help you fix this." And she just kind of "What are they?"
They are abominations created by the evil that took Talthoksun.
They're called the Thwilnu.
I don't know that name.
We have been fighting them for a while.
Why have they done this to us?
We think as a test to begin taking over the rest of Aecathan.
You are closest to Talthoksun. Likely why they came here first. But we know now, and so we can help you stop them. But the first step is removing what they have done to you, and unfortunately there's no way to soften that. She just kind of reaches out a trembling hand and puts it on Athgar's face and says, "You're still really handsome." And she just kind of, and he's just like, "Thank you. It's going to be all right. We have a place for you to sleep this evening that will remove you from their ability to affect you again."
If you'll come with me, I can bring you to your rooms for the evening, settle you in, and give you a moment to regroup. You'll be very comfortable. There will be plenty of food and drink.
Warm fire.
And she kind of looks lost in thought for a minute and then looks at Fen. "Have you told Tern yet?" "No, actually. She's supposed to be the next one to arrive." "I should be here when you tell her." "If you wish. I'm certain we'd all be grateful for the help." "I'm not sure how much help I will be, but she and I are close. I should be here when she wakes from this nightmare to a worse one."
When
Yes.
is the wolf in here?
No, the wolf's back at the kennel.
Oh, we didn't bring that
No.
one. Oh,
Left him with his pack.
Fen leans over and whispers something in Athgar's ear, and he just... and leans over and just puts his arm around Leld's shoulders, and she just kind of turns her face into his shoulder and softly begins to cry. And Fen just kind of nods.
two more times tonight.
So I was thinking about your idea about giving the big guy something to fight. I could probably provide it. I'm afraid we might trash the room. But I can certainly give him something to fight. let's just say something that's not from around here.
Are you going to seemingly become an orc?
No, not him.
Oh, no. I
He
was
likes
more...
to summon things.
Aye, I was more thinking about bringing something in that clearly needs to have its butt kicked.
Nah.
What about something like a bear? Might give him pause since that's his clan's animal.
Oh, good one. Might give him pause.
Get it?
I like that. Can't do a bear.
I bet one of us could.
He's not swinging at vines. We're not making vines a target for anger.
Right, and I don't think he would want to.
Uh,
He wouldn't want to fight a bear because it's his.
I appreciate that.
That's the
I
idea.
don't particularly feel like getting in a claw fight.
Understandable.
Well, I can summon something that's pretty awful.
Do we
Well,
really want something pretty awful, or would it
Well,
be
if
better
you
to have?
if you want to give the gentleman something to fight, something to take his aggressions out on, what better focus for wrathful ire of somebody who fights for the farces of good than give him a fiend to beat up on?
Oh, why don't you have it ready? And if it seems like we're not going to be able to keep him in this room, then we'll use it.
All right. Consider it ready. You hear knock on the door, and you see an older woman kind of peeking her head in. She's got brown hair in sort of like big coils that seem to be tied behind her head. She's wearing she's taking off a cloak. She's wearing a blue tunic and long black pants, which appear to be too long for her. And they kind of bunch up around her ankles. She has brown eyes and she just kind of peeks her head around the door. Am I late? Nope. You're right on time. Everybody's here but Ozen. All right. Well, hello, everyone. I see we've got new faces. I'm Turn, All Rider. I am the leader of the Otter clan. Welcome to Ballinamard. I don't recognize a whole bunch of you. These, Turn, are the four, the adventuring group and their companions. Oh, goodness. Well, our little town is honored to have you here. What brings you so far north?
A couple of things. We wanted to check on everyone. We had the good fortune to be in Dark Coast Keep when you all arrived there. And were able to help some with the healing and comfort.
Are you with the army then?
Adjacent, but
Hmm.
we just happened to be nearby when you all arrived and stopped to help as much as we could.
Well, that was nice of you.
So we wanted to see how things were now that you're back home.
Well, I'm sure that Fen has told you, but we're making do. We're struggling a little bit, but it's to be expected. Life has gotten back sort of to normal a little. Not quite as many boats out, unfortunately, so not as much fish coming in. But those that we still have are working very hard. Bless their hearts, some of them are working too hard. But we're bringing in as much of a catch every day as we can. Try to keep everyone fed.
The leader of the Otter clan, you must lead the fishing
Aye,
endeavor.
aye. Work with our master fisher, and we've got crews to have about half our boats out. Not as many as we used to, but enough for now at least.
One of the things that also brought us here was an idea to help bring some new people into the town, and I think Fen wants us to wait till the whole council's here to discuss that proposal.
And she looks Fen, yes. It's an interesting idea, although there may be some hurdles, but I think between the five of us we can figure out how to make it work, and it would definitely help us. Although I'm not certain it would help you. I don't suppose there are many of them that know anything about fishing. But they could be trained, maybe. Well, that would be very nice.
But while we were staying at the barracks, Joss fell very ill. I don't know if you know him.
Oh no, the poor boy. I do. He's a lovely lad.
And he's on the mend,
Oh, good.
but his illness, we're afraid, is quite contagious.
Oh,
And we're trying
no.
to stop it from spreading through the town, as you all have been through quite enough already.
Huh. Right. So, what can we do to help?
What we're doing is just using the gifts that, well, for me, Torora, for my friend Athgarr, Dressfiend have given us to make sure everyone is healed or not a carrier of it. So if it's all right,
Oh no, I could be a carrier?
it'll just take us a moment if you don't mind.
No, please, go right ahead.
Athgarr, do you mind?
He kind of gently sits, lelled up, pats her hand, and then gets up and begins singing. And
Perhaps if you sit down next to Leld while Athgarr plays.
Oh, certainly. Hello, dear. And Athgarr finishes playing and just reaches out and touches her face. And she's frozen for a second, and then her eyes roll back in her head and she passes out and begins to fall sideways.
No.
Yeah, I'll catch her.
Yeah. I'm not sure that's the worst response we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps, Loud, we could take you and turn into the accommodations.
That's probably a good idea. I'll tend to her. She'll need a friendly face when she wakes.
She's lucky to have you.
So Athgarr leans down and sort of picks Turn up and walks into the mansion. Leld follows, and you hear her say under her breath,
Well, he's strong, too. That'll be fun.
Oh my goodness.
Poor Athgarr. Okay.
All right, well, now we just have to wait for fun! Hosen.
Oh boy.
The door opens, and at first glance, you think it's a bear. Because the person walking in is about maybe just barely under 7 feet tall and about 3.5 feet wide at the shoulder, and is wearing a white polar bear cloak with the head as part of the hood.
Wow.
Yeah. Think a 7-foot version of Randy Macho Man Savage. That's what Hosen looks like.
No, thank you.
And he just walks in, ignores everyone, walks right up to Fen. What? Why? I was sleeping. Well, it's important. It better be.
I kind of moved back to the front door that he came in.
Okay.
And see if anybody else follows me.
Vines kind of goes, oh, yeah, and slowly begins to move that direction as well. All right. What? Well, 2 things. You're the last one, so everybody's here. We're gonna talk about a proposal that's been brought by this group of people, and Hosen's not looking anywhere but right at Fen. And
Gwen, you might want to get door. I whispered.
We have a possible contagious disease issue, so we're checking out all the council members first to make sure that nobody's got it and nobody's carrying it. I'm not sick. Well, okay, good, but you might still be, it might still be on you. And, I mean, when was the last time you had a bath? What year is it? Yeah. So, might be on you, and we need to check that. So, yeah, there's a young man who's going to sing you a song, but he's out of the room right now.
Would imagine someone like you does not get ill very often.
What's that mewling sound?
Ben, who's your friend?
Hosen, be nice. That's a paladin of Terror you're talking about. He just kind of turns his head to look at Arabelle. Huh. And? Well, if you just want to, sit and wait and, I don't know, maybe introduce yourself.
Why? They know who I am at this point.
Yeah, but you don't know who they are.
And I don't care who they are.
Do you like beer?
Do I look like a dwarf?
What do you like?
Meat.
What's your favorite kind?
Meat kind.
Raw.
Oh my goodness.
Bear? Boar?
Beef?
Tharanok?
Tharnak. Right?
Not eat raw Tharanok.
Seal?
Whatever. Not bear. Ought to punch your lights out for that.
Well, I just wondered if you ate the bear you're wearing.
Nope.
That seems wasteful.
Nope.
I would imagine-
Sacrificed it. Kept the
Sacrificed
skin,
it.
burned the meat.
Oh. To your god?
To the totem.
Okay.
Interesting.
Now, that's the first thing he said that makes sense to you.
Yes.
Because totem you get. Lion Clan, totem.
We have a totem for our clan as well.
He takes a couple steps and, moves to the side and kind of looks you up and down.
You're in a clan?
I am. The Lion Clan.
Ain't no lion clan.
Thunder's Edge.
Oh.
Jesus.
In a few
Far
words,
back.
Wimpy clans down where it's warm. Ugh.
down where we fight whatever crawls out of the desert.
Yeah, well, we fight whatever crawls out of the water.
Excellent. We have lots to compare notes over.
I briefly described to him my role within my past roles within the clan.
Make a persuasion check.
"21.
Heard of Thosgan. You, huh?
Yes. And I wasn't born to that role. I fought my way there.
All right. Little impressed.
What would you say to a steak? A nice steak dinner. All the trimmings.
I'd say, why aren't I eating it yet?
Well, we
And
have
it's-
some paltry things we need to take care of, but as soon as that's done, we can make that happen and ensure that you have an enjoyable evening.
I'm married.
Not that kind of enjoyable.
Is Athgarr coming back? Well, I mean, I can cast it then.
Although you're welcome to invite your wife as well.
We'll see. All
So
right.
let's take care of our business so that we can get to more enjoyable things.
Whatever.
It seems that Athgar's detained, settling Turn and Loud in the dining hall. So, if you don't mind, I'll go ahead and check you for the contagion, and then we can eat.
Whatever.
I will place my hand on his and cast the spell.
He begins to breathe more heavily, and his face begins to flush. And he begins to breathe even more heavily, to the point where you're not sure if he's just reacting or if he's actually having a heart attack.
Should we worry about does 5th edition have berserkers?
And he just throws his head back and his arms out and just screams. And then turns with one arm and just starts smashing everything around him.
Let him do so.
Oh, there go the chairs.
Better than us.
Gar.
We start explaining.
There's
I
no
say,
explaining.
I let him have his moment.
Yep.
Okay.
Just step back.
And Fen hops back up behind the table and motions for everybody to sort of back off, but then he begins talking. Hosen, listen to me. We've all gone through this. We've all had the blindfold taken off. We've all just found out about this in the last few hours. I understand. I completely understand that you're just incensed. Our plan is now to take the fight to them. That's why these people are here. So, oh God. You know we don't have that many spare chairs. Please stop.
That's hysterical.
Hosen, we need you to get it together so that we can take care of your wife.
And he kind of falters when you say that, picks up a chair and flings it at a window. The windows are shuttered, but the glass shatters.
I don't have mend.
Hosen. We're here to help.
They're all dead.
They will be. Once we have a plan. The entire town is infected other than the council. We have to think through.
And he just kind of turns his head, his eyes getting wide. He looks at Fen. I know. They're the orcs. Believe me, I know. We'll deal with that too, but that's not the number one problem. And Hosen kind of steps forward and he's like, No. The things that come out at night, that's number one problem. Right now, the orcs would help us fight them. Remember, the enemy of our enemy is at least not our enemy.
Gets killed last.
So, we can use them.
And then we kill them too.
Probably.
Absolutely.
Probably. I mean, yes.
Somebody mentioned steak.
Let's go eat.
Right this way.
We have more chairs if you need to break something.
Yikes.
I'm going to hustle into the mansion, flag down one of the unseen servants, and start the steak rolling in.
Okay. And,
Tartar.
Yes, tartar.
Vine says, well, that was interesting. I've heard about northern berserkers, but I don't think I've ever seen one.
I don't want to fight him.
Nope.
We need him on our side.
Best thing I could do would be to change into a bear and hope that because I changed into a bear, it wouldn't hurt me.
That was the idea, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I could eat.
Oh, Sephyrna, are you okay?
Right now, I'm wishing that I had stayed home.
We don't want to remain under this delusion.
These are so uncivilized creatures.
Barbarians.
Yes, but so is she, and she doesn't act like that.
I'm not a berserker.
Just make sure to find me somewhere to sleep where I'm not near any of them. Otherwise, I'll be awake all night.
I think he gets his own room.
Uh-huh.
I think that's probably a good idea.
I'm going to lead him in and try to get him settled.
Okay. And Vines and Sephyrna go in as well.
Oh,
I look at Fen and I say, well done. You helped us corral them all.
not your first time corralling them, I'm guessing.
No, but it's never been quite like this.
What?
I need to go check on Turn.
Yes. Well, let's go. And we all go through.
Make sure the
and-
door to the
And close the door.
council hall is locked as well.
Yes.
Oh,
going.
yeah, I'll do that. Leave the door open for me, and I'll go do that.
No, Fen.
Somebody needs to clean up all of the debris, because if we don't fix it, someone's going to notice and
Well,
wonder why it's been destroyed.
No one's going to be in here. We lock up. The shutters are still closed. We'll extinguish all the lights.
Okay.
People will think we're just not in session.
Okay.
And eventually we'll have to clean it up, but it's nothing we have to deal with immediately.
Okay.
So, Fen goes and seals everything up, extinguishes all of the lanterns and the candles, and enters the mansion. And that is where we're going to stop for the evening. Yeah.
Whew. Got a little hot there.
Mm-hmm. Well, 4 very different personalities
Battery
glad-
90%.
I'm glad we kind of got a little bit of a rundown before they came in.
That did help.
Yep. So, we will pick this back up with an impromptu Ballinamard High Council meeting inside Tasha's mansion, probably, next time. So, thank you all very much for watching. We do appreciate your attention. It's the biggest compliment you can give us. And be sure to tune in next week, 7:30 p.m. Eastern U.S. time, Eastern Daylight Savings Time now. Next Tuesday night, and let us welcome you back once more to the lands of Aecathan. Good night, everybody.
Night.